Welcome everybody to our first MLS Experience. My name is Jason Jacobs. I am the Director of MLS and Technology here, and along with me, I got Joanna Rao, who is our MLS Manager. So welcome. Thank you for getting up with us semi-early um, to participate with this. This is an exciting keynote here at the end about the future of AI and real estate. And artificial intelligence is something you've heard a lot about. So today I want to show you some real live examples of what is able and capable with artificial intelligence and what you're able to do with it, and how far advanced it's come. It's something that's not a trend. It's not going to go away. A lot of prop tech companies, a lot of companies in general are actually allowing people to integrate with their platforms with AI so that they have the ability to go ahead and you know, insert AI into their current platform. So that's kind of where we're going to go with this today. I want to share with you some things that are happening, some tools that you can take. Feel free, please, to go ahead and take pictures of the screen as you see it. Make sure that we'll provide you with a lot of different tools and technologies that are out there, so that you can actually insert some of these into your business. So can we go to the next slide real quick? There you go.
Possibly.
All right.
There you go.
So I have my disclosure today. I am not your attorney, your broker, and I am not a therapist. You probably heard me say that before. And I say that from the standpoint that I have no ownership, financial responsibility, sponsorship, affiliation with the services or programs in this presentation. So I will clearly state that I've got nothing to do with the aforementioned technologies, et cetera. So I've got nothing to gain here. I'm not here to sell you anything. I just want to talk about what's happening. I go to a lot of conferences around the country and speak to a lot of property tech companies, and there's a lot happening in the artificial intelligence space. So want to make sure that we continue to keep you guys informed on this. All right, I can click it. All right. So first and foremost, my disclosure is I am a nerd. I love technology. I love everything about what we do here at the MLS. And I am absolutely a nerd. And also, let's go into what's happened with AI. I mean, we're in 2025. It's $243.7 million in growth. AI is driven by sales, and they're looking at this being a $1.3 trillion industry here in the next 5 years. It is going places. It really is going to go a lot of places. So again, I said it's not a trend. It's here to stay. We want to talk about what we're going to be able to do in MLS. And I will first say that I think that the way that we search properties will change in the next 2 to 3 years. I think that voice will take over the same way you talk to your phone, the same way you talk to Alexa, the same way you talk to things in your house, to turn on lights and those types of things. I think you'll end up with some technologies around search that will ever basically evolutionize what we're doing here. All right, very smart man, one of the richest people in the universe. We're at the beginning of a golden age of AI. Recent advancements have already led to invention that previously lived in the realm of science fiction. And we've only scratched the surface of what's possible. So, that was Jeff Bezos. I agree. And this was over a year ago. So as we continue to move forward, a lot of people say, well, is AI going to take my job? Will AI be able to take real estate agents' jobs? And the answer is no. AI won't take your job, but someone using AI will. That's by technologist Scott Galloway. And I do believe that to be true too, because I think that AI is going to give you the ability to leverage the most important asset that you have in your life, which is time. And we see that, and I'll show you some things that can do that today to kind of leverage what you're currently doing. This video here that you're seeing is an AI video. This is something that normally the lion would be chasing the zebra. They wouldn't be that friendly. And so this is something that was created in AI, and it's something that you can do today. It's available, right? Anybody out there can do this and create this video out of absolutely nothing. It wasn't created from a picture. It wasn't created from a background photo. It was created simply by creating some simple, very prompts. So this is the key prompt that we use. The lion sits up, his friends, the zebra and giraffe, which normally wouldn't be friends, come over. The camera follows him, vlog style, and the animals stand together for a group shot. The lion is in the middle of the shot, and the giraffe bends down. They pose. It's exactly what you saw in that video. All right, let's look at another video that's also AI. All right, same kind of the same thing here. And this is the prompt. The clouds are stagnant. The camera zooms quickly into a small window of the Chrysler building, which is the building it went into, where they can see an old bearded man looking down at the city from a large conference room, right? So the conference table in the background. Behind the glass of the small window, we can see him dressed in a suit. His full body, he looks determined and serious. That's the prompt that was used to make that video. So as you look at prompts, I'm going to show you a video that I did. This is a simple headshot, and this is based on using a AI tool. Took a simple headshot of myself and was able to create a video out of it. Let me show you the video, if it works.
The Florida Gulf Coast MLS is the best MLS in the state of Florida.
Jason, that's creepy.
It's very creepy. And that's off a picture. It's super creepy. Super creepy, right?
Yeah.
Here's another picture of me. This is just basically, it's a headshot I did years ago. And this is something, it's a still shot dropped in with some very simple prompts. All right, enough of that. So again, you could take still pictures, make them mobile. It is very creepy.
Your entire staff is wondering what's going on.
I know. Well, I told you guys I was a nerd. So let's talk about some practical uses of AI, because I think that's important. So the first and foremost thing I believe, and these are some apps, Otto and Surfer SEO. So both of these are for search engine optimization. So back in the day, a lot of people spent a ton of money getting people to search engine optimize their website to be found. These are two tools out there that you can search and look at that literally you can do your own SEO. I've done it. I've had friends that use this, and you can actually go out there and it will look at your website. It will tell you exactly step by step what to do, what keywords to be used, where you should put those keywords, how you optimize that website so that you can actually be found online where it's important for your customers to find you. And back in the day, not even 3 years ago, 4 years ago, this was a business where people were spending tens of thousands of dollars on. Now, is it perfect? It's getting there. But these are two, as Otto and Surfer SEO. So two very good deals there. One of the things that I always was told in real estate by my mentor was, if you don't have an assistant, you are one. So most people don't get an assistant immediately out of real estate school and joining the association. But Saner.ai is a personal assistant. It does a lot of things for you. When you think about calendar, you think about emails, you think about all the things that you would hire an assistant for, whether you're in real estate or not. This program here will help you organize yourself and stay on top of things. So very practical in what we do. Again, note taking. We sit on all these Zooms. We take a lot of notes. We sit on all these Microsoft Teams. You sit in meetings. You sit in sales meetings, etc. This is a great way. I mean, I was in a meeting on Monday where they talked about, it was a meeting that was we signed NDAs, and they said turn off your AI reader on your phone because everybody's got one. So these are two that are out there. Fireflies is a great one. I know several people that use that. I use Otter.ai. It's on my phone. It's on my iPad. I can sit through an entire meeting. And what the cool thing is it goes through and listens. It will summarize it. It will give you an executive summary. It will record it word for word. And again, this technology is getting so great that I sat in the middle of the room in Toronto at CMLS conference, and I did all my notes through Ottery.ai, and it read it. And we have people from different countries, people with thick accents. We have people from all over, and the notes were great. So, I mean, the technology continues to change as time goes on. AI for photo editing. Here are two really cool tools. Open Art, when you talk about photo editing, and then Luminar Neo is the other one. So two, if you're looking at actually going through and looking at your, looking at your actual photos and how do I enhance those photos and make them better, whether they're from photographers or not. There's things that you may want to do to your photos to make them look better, and they will do that. And you can explain what you want that photo to look like and the purpose of that photo. So it may not even be anything to do with real estate. You may have photos that you took of your kid's baseball game, and you had a picture of your son sliding into home plate. You want to get that picture enhanced, and it's going to give you the ability to enhance the picture quality, etc. So some really cool things happening around photos, but again, practical uses of AI every single day that we do. I think one of the coolest things happening right now in this space is leveraging artificial intelligence to basically rank lead behavior and analytics. This is happening live right now. I'm going to show you some things that are happening with lead behavior. So when you look at some of the tools we talked about today, what most likely to sell, that's big data. They're taking a lot of data points and saying, and reversing it, saying the person that sold their house at 123 Main Street, the previous 6 to 12 months, these are things that they may have done on these different data points. And so that's how you see the sale rate go up. They reverse engineer it. We're seeing a lot of cool stuff with leads. So we take a lead that bought a house and closed on it. What were the things that they were doing leading up to that? So they're looking at frequency of visiting a website. How many clicks did they do? As simple as how many clicks they do on a property. And they take all these data points. And one of the things I learned was when people are getting more serious about a house, they're clicking on more photos. So the beginning of the stages, they may only click on 3 or 4 photos of the house. As they get to the point where they're about to buy, they're clicking on 12, 15, 20 photos. You don't see that behind the scenes, right? You don't have access to see that. So with AI, they're building these AI basically, most likely to buy or lead behavior type software. So one of the ones that's out there currently, and I'll talk to this real quick here too, I'll go back to that, but is this. This is lead scoring, right? So it's nurturing leads, lead behavior, and this is using Sync. Sync's a third-party company, but they've basically trained their AI bots to look at what's happening with, what triggers are happening with algorithms on their behavior, taking that information and formulating it into a drip mail campaign. And then looking at text to nurture those leads, right? Emails and text. So how do you get those people to move to the next level, right? Because everything, so, they get the early starts of it, they're online, and they want to go look at properties, etc. Well, no, within the online process, there's over 100 data points of places where people go from. They go from thinking about buying, right? When they do a search of online homes or, home for sale in, Raleigh, North Carolina, all the way to the point where they contact the agent. Every one of those data points is critically important to the success of the sale. And they're looking at all this information and be able to grab it and give you a algorithm based on that lead behavior. So it will give you the most likely of those leads. So it's going to make the realtor's life easier, not spending all your time sending all these texts and emails to all these people that may not be at the point where they're ready to pull the trigger, come down, get in your car, do a buyer consultation, sign a buyer broker agreement, and go out and look at homes. So this helps that process, and they did a really good job of that. So 2 real quick things. I'm gonna go back to this. Whenever he talks about AI and open AI, these are the platforms that are out there. And you've probably seen some of these. Everybody knows ChatGPT. It's the OG of open AI. You got Gemini, which is really the Google side of it. You got Microsoft Copilot, which they've embedded Copilot now into Microsoft platform we use here at the office. I use Microsoft to PowerPoint here to do this. And with Microsoft Copilot embedded into it, it made my slides look a lot better, right? It did. It organized them, resized them. It did it automatically. I didn't have to think about it, right? And then you've got Claude and then Grok. So those are the platforms you have. So what's cool about it is you go back to this slide here, and I say, okay, these are the 4 things that are important about this new list sync, whatever process. I literally took this, dropped it into Grok. I said, give me a visual of this, of the slide. Copy paste just the text. And this is what it gave me. Listen, it took me 13 seconds to copy paste that slide into Grok, hit submit with a couple of prompts, and say, give me a flyer, give me a photo of what this slide is saying, what this text is telling me. That's a visual graphic that can put into a PowerPoint. Bam, there it is. 13 seconds. So this is stuff practical you can do today. If you can imagine, if you take a neighborhood report, give me a graphic of this neighborhood report. Bam. When people say they don't have nothing to post, man, there's tons of stuff to be able to post. You got all the information out there. You guys are the subject matter experts. All right. The next one here. This is Ylopo. They have AI marketing and branding automation. Again, they're automating ads and retargeting. They're doing a great job with it. They have an AI assistant bot for inquiries and engagement and behavioral alerts. So again, take a picture of this, something you can check out later. Again, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm just here to tell you what some of the cool technology is. Here's another one that we find is kind of cool. It's Ojo Labs, AI-powered lead concierge. So again, human concierge handoff when AI has sufficiently qualified the lead. They're like, okay, this person's ready to now speak to a human being. They're not there yet. So now you're not wasting all your time trying to qualify the lead yourself. You're using AI to do it. And it does it in a fashion that you don't even know it's being done. I inquired about a vehicle a couple weeks ago of an international or a national brand. And I got stuff. I thought I was talking to a person. I didn't know. It had a local phone number of 239 where we live here in Southwest Florida. The car dealership, it said, this is Ryan from this car dealership. I didn't know it was a bot. I really didn't. I'm a nerd. I showed you the picture, right? So they're doing such a great job that the answers are so specific because they said, you have a color preference. I said, well, I really like a midnight blue color. Blue's my favorite color. And Ryan's like, blue's my favorite color too. Rock on. I think we have a blue one. I'm like, cool. When can you set the test drive up? So not even knowing like it's an AI doesn't really. So the average consumer out there does not realize that they're dealing with a bot, which I think is kind of cool. Because everybody gets sick and tired of those that are so can you know. It's like, give me a break. Reevaluate AI predictive analytics, again, for scoring leads for sellers. This is a great program. Again, another algorithm on it. So if you're looking at scoring sellers, we've got some tools we showed you. You don't even upgrade to something like this. But again, this is some of the stuff that's out there. Some of these softwares that we have are using AI within some of their software. And if you guys were in the real reports, man, those guys are crushing it with AI, what they're doing. Folio Biometry, it's a transaction coordination assistant. So again, the things that you need to close a transaction, email parsing, smart folders, timelines, dates, things like that keep people on track. It's a great platform. Live easy, move easy, AI-backed home concierge for post-move service. This is great. I love the fact of this because I love that, sometimes you buy a house, and I bought houses before I was in real estate. And, sometimes a realtor shows up at closing, sometimes they don't. And it's like, I never hear from them again, right? And then, well, we've got data that says, well, we would use you to list our house, but we don't have any follow-up. But this is a great way, right? Vendor recommendations, homeownership dashboards, etc. It's a great way to stay in contact with that post-transaction. We pay a lot of money, and the industry pays a lot of money for leads. Being able to stay in contact with them is critical. Reimagine Home, this is great. This is AI virtual staging, another very practical use of it, right? We see it in MLS all the time. You got to just close it, right? But 3D floor planning and customization, decluttering. I used to flip houses in like 2002, 2003, which dates me a little bit, but we didn't have technology like that. We didn't have cell phones back then, to be honest with you.
Pretty sure you did.
Well, there were flip phones,
They were
but they were
massive.
smart. But but this, if I had this back then, I would have crushed it because people can't see plastic clutter. But this is some really cool stuff with regards to planning rooms and moving things around, AI, virtual staging, etc. So really cool stuff. Sidekicks, AI virtual assistant for communication and scheduling. Again, looking at email and text, appointment scheduling, and a little task management. So here are some must-have power tools. Again, in real estate, you all are entrepreneurs, you're independent contractors. There's a lot of stuff on here. You got keeper tax for expenses. You got FlyFin for tax preparation, expense scanning. Again, it's not going to do your taxes for you, but it gets you ready to be able to show up for it and scan all of your receipts and things to be able to be ready for that. Hurdler, all-in-one income, expense, and mileage tracker. I love it. It's a great piece of AI software. Helps you predict cash flow. Everlance, again, it's automatic mileage. It takes it in GPS and it expenses it with expense tracking, AI deductions. Expensify is, again, smart receipt scanning, expense management. Phone answering, lead capture service with Good Call. And then Smith.ai is AI enhanced receptionist. It's another really kind of a cool thing. Structurally is a lead nurturing assistant for real estate. Fantastic. They have come a long ways since they launched. And Tidio is a chatbot for customer engagement. Again, we see a lot of chatbots on websites now. I had a situation, I had to switch a hotel. I did it through a chatbot, and they switched the whole thing. So I didn't make a phone call. So some of this is email stuff, and with full disclosure, I will tell you I use Fixer.ai, which is this top one up here. It will take all your email and it will categorize it into 12 or 15 different categories. We all get stuff that we have sale information coming, right? So any of you that have shopping addictions, guilty. You know, I get the Men's Warehouse ad every week, email blasted to me, and it fills up my inbox. It'll take it and put it into marketing or advertisement and put it in the different folders, smart folders for you. It's really cool. All these other ones have got same thing for email stuff. So they do kind of the same stuff. Again, I use Fixer personally. All these are very good. So this is kind of a cool deal here. This is great stuff for creating possibilities of like organization. So if you're looking to organize stuff, this is the AI stuff you use for, right? We all have issues with, I keep notes in Evernote, I keep notes on Teams, I keep notes in Microsoft, I keep notes in OneNote, and I keep notes on Word, and we have notes everywhere else. This is all good stuff here for some of that. I don't know, my keyboard's not working no more. All right, and then the last thing I got for you guys, and I'll take any questions we got because we're at the bottom of the hour, so we're right on time. Is save the date. We did TechCon last year. We did it. It was our second year. This is our third year doing TechCon. And TechCon 2026 will be March 31st, 2026 at Doubletree Bell Tower. We want you to come. We want you to hang out with us. It's a fantastic time. It is a live technology day. We are going to do an AI thing early on in the day, and then move into the normal TechCon. We'll have different speakers up there as well. Somebody's scribbling on our stuff.
Yep.
Somebody's putting graffiti on my art. So
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
You're highly distracted. Keep talking.
I know. I'm like,
We'll
what is
fix it.
going on here?
I will fix it.
But please come out to the to TechCon. Tickets will go live here right after the first of the year. We'll have them live. You'll want to go. I know some of you have been there, but you want to come to that. There'll be some different speakers. We had the first one we had. I remember how many people. It was 2 years ago, but
we were at like 150, and last year was a little over 200.
almost 200, over 200. We're hoping to get 300 people in there. We have some of the best speakers in technology coming this year. We've got some great people that I just recently saw that'll take the stage. We'll bring you, some great insight, but we'll have an AI portion that will be broken out, and then we'll have the speakers. You'll come to both. You're going to love it. We're going to talk a lot about AI is changing the way we do business. It's making you more efficient as well. So we'll have some good technologists there. So, but that's everything, folks. I appreciate everybody coming in today. I especially appreciate all of our presenters. You guys mean the world to us, and without you guys, none of this happens. But to get as many of the vendors that we had in our vendor community to come up and step up and share with us. We sincerely appreciate that. It made it a very successful event. We'll work on getting a survey out to everybody and how you liked it. I hope that you guys like this type of thing. I'm not going to tell you it's easy to put on because there's a lot of heavy lift. I'm not going to tell you it's easy to put on, but we had 150 people sign up for this. We had 121 that actually logged in. At our peak, it's a very successful event. Each of you made that happen. So, all right. With that, everybody, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you at TechCon 2026.